Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Dear students, today we are going to discuss New Year resolutions by Elizabeth Swell. This poem is about taking resolutions. It is about making resolutions. It is about taking decisions. This poem is written at the end of the last year and the beginning of the new year. The new year is arriving and where there is the departure of the last year. So the poem is written at the end of the year. The poetess charts out a program for the future year. She takes some decisions. She takes three decisions. First of all, she has decided to sit quiet. To sit quiet. She has decided to sit quiet in order to purify herself. As a purgation, I will drain long draughts of quiet as a purgation. So the first decision the poetess has taken in this poem is to keep quiet, is to sit quiet for a long time. And she will sit quiet in order to purify herself. The second decision the poetess has taken is to know who she is. Who she is. Remember twice daily who I am. She will try to know who she is. What is the purpose of her creation? Why she has been sent in this world? Why she has been created? What are the various weaknesses in her character? What has been wrong in her and what has been good in her? She will try to know her abilities. She will try to know why she has been sent in this world. What is the purpose of creation of man? So, this is the second decision the poetess has taken. The third decision the poetess has taken is to accept her reality with a smiling face. To accept her reality. The third decision the poetess has taken is to accept her reality with a smiling face. This is the ultimate purpose of knowledge, to accept what is man. Man is man, not God. So this is the third decision the poetess has taken. Since these decisions are not ordinary decisions, these are extraordinary decisions which are going to affect her future life, as this is a program for her future life. This is what she is going to do in her future. That is why these decisions are not decisions only. These are resolutions. Resolutions, extraordinary decisions affecting and bringing a resolution not only in her own character but also in the society as well. So we have Mevlana Rum, a Persian poet. He says, "When I was clever, I wanted to change the world. Now I am wise, I want to change myself. Now I am wise, I want to change myself." So the poetess has decided to change herself, to purify herself, to know herself, and then to accept her reality. All these decisions are not ordinary decisions. First of all, the first decision the poetess has taken is to keep quiet. So this is really an extraordinary decision. She has decided to keep quiet. When a man sits quiet, he thinks. And when he thinks about himself or herself. And when man thinks about himself, he comes to know about his weaknesses, about his wrongs, about his rights. He tries to change himself. So the first decision is not ordinary, to change, to know. And then she will also try to know. These three decisions are in fact the decisions which are taken by a mystic to become a mystic. When he walks on the path of mysticism, he takes these decisions. First, he purifies himself, he thinks about himself, he tries to know what is the purpose of his creation, and then he purifies himself. So these three decisions are in fact three steps to become a mystic, to become a saint, to become a dervish. So we can say, since this poem tells us the way of the mystic, it is a mystic poem. A mystic poem is a poem in which spiritual purification is focused on, in which the main purpose of the poem is to focus on spiritual purification. Since this poem tells us the way to adopt mysticism, it is a mystic poem. It is a mystic poem. This poem also exposes society. The very first line, I will drain. The word drain is associated with drinking wine. With drinking wine. The poetess Elizabeth Swell has visited Pakistan. She has also visited various other countries where Islam is the major religion. So we from her life comes to know that she thinks drinking wine demoralizes man. And in various countries which she has visited, she comes to know that drinking wine is an evil. Drinking wine is an evil. And when she looks at her society in America, she realizes at the time of New Year, people indulge in drinking wine. Symbolically, they indulge in all types of evils. And we know how the English people celebrate their New Year. They indulge in all types of evils. They think it an event of enjoyment and pleasure. They are the pleasure seekers at that time. So we see that majority of the people indulge in evil. The poetess has decided not to indulge in evil, but to purify herself, to make herself good by thinking. She has decided to sit quiet. Other people indulge in drinking wine, and she is sitting quiet and purifying herself, which is not an ordinary task. It is definitely a resolution in her life. The second thing she has decided is to know who she is. What is man? What is man? To know you mean to know God as well. So she will try to know who she is, why she has been created. So we have a verse in the Holy Quran, وَفِي أَنفُسِكُمْ أَفَلَا تُبْصِرُونَ, and He is in your heart. He means God. God is in your heart. Are you blind that you don't see Him? So God is in man. She will try to know who she is, what she is going to do in this world. All that is to be done in this world is to be done through man. Man is to do everything in this world. If he is going to bring any goodness, it is man who is going to bring goodness. So man will change the world. It is man who is to change the world. And we also have Shakespeare to quote here. I am to bring change in this world. In Hamlet, the main character of Hamlet says that, oh cursed spite, I was ever born to set it right. So man is always born to set this world right. Man is born to bring change in this world. So she will try to know about her abilities, about her capabilities, about her weaknesses as well. And finally, when she will realizes, she will become humble that she is a man. She will accept reality with a smiling face. So these are some of the main points. This poem is written in 3 stanzas, and here finally we have the acceptance of reality. The last thing about this poem, the reality is presented with bony arms. The metaphor of bony arms is there. Metaphor is a kind of comparison. When a thing is named off directly, in other words, it is called a metaphor. For example, I say, man is lying. You are a lion. So lion is a metaphor for man. It may symbolize his bravery, his boldness. Similarly, bony arms is used for reality. Bony arms, the metaphor is used for reality. Bony arms are really very bitter, very strong. So that is why reality is also bitter. Reality is also bitter. So it's a very small but a very informative, a very beautiful point.